Hello and a very good welcome back to what is now day 6 of my 30-day challenge of making videos and aiming to be a YouTuber. It's still a new concept, still baby steps. This time, right now at the moment, I'm in a place called Recourses. The thing with me is I like to be out and about while making these videos, walking around, give people an interesting backdrop, seeing what's going on. I'm in Recourses today. It's not that far from where I live. It's this church here apparently. Well, I know it is. It's just just get a view of it. It is a 12th century church, meaning it's 800 plus years old. This church. Get all of it in even. There you go. Yeah. I thought I'd progress again, get out of them fields, getting away from being too rural and being a bit more of a village. Get a bit braver with the camera, walking around in front of people. Let's see how that goes, eh? Anyway, so come here a second. That's it. That's a good girl. Right. I'm just going to say, thank you very much for everyone who subscribed. I've nearly got 100 subscribers. Now that's awesome. I didn't expect that. I've made 5 videos so far, so a 6th one, and I've got nearly 100 subscribers. I think I'm about 96 subscribers, and none of that's my doing. It's all you. Like, you all decided to follow me, and that's really, I really appreciate it. And all the comments and the likes and the conversations that I've had online with people and in messages backs and forwards. It's been good, yeah. And like it's been good. It's distracted me a bit from the job hunting, but maybe I needed that. Maybe I need a little break from it and sort of like keep going back to it, come back fresh. If I get there as well. Hold on a second. Wish, come here. I always forget to say this, but I always leave it to the end of my videos. But if you're enjoying my videos, please like, subscribe, and try and watch them to the end, because it helps me build up momentum. And I don't know, it's just good. It's nice to know people are watching. Nice to know what people think. It's difficult to hold a camera here, the dog in the other hand. It's a lovely dog which has to pull me around a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a good experience, YouTube, and I would half the reason why I'm on YouTube, it's not half of it's about me. I want to talk about me, what I'm doing, hopefully give people an insight into what it's like to be a 50-something-year-old YouTuber, trying to start out on YouTube. And the other part of it is to build the channel and to learn the technical side of it, and to work out the things that go along. It's the whole point of this project. Is like, I don't think you can really learn anything without actually doing it. And let's go up there. Look, you see up there, got like 2 foxes on the roof on the thatched cottage. I just find it interesting. There's some hares up there as well. Oh, I'll get to a busy road now. But yeah, it's to inspire people to, if you're interested in doing YouTube, take it up, give it a go. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess you can make a few videos, and if you didn't like it, you've lost nothing. Because you can always take it down again. You always get rid of a channel if you want to, or just start again or something. But it's nice to see the progress from your first video as it goes along. Getting that little bit braver in front of a camera, a little bit better at talking in front of a camera. Hopefully this time better than yesterday. I'm a bit more central in the camera as well. This for me, for instance, this today, day 6. This is new. I'm walking down a high street. Well, there's only people around, so I'm a bit cheap in there. I knew it'd be quite quiet on a Sunday evening. There are a few people about I can see. There's plenty of cars. People can see me talking into my phone, and I don't feel too bad about it. Not, you know, I've got over that fear of walking around the streets talking in front of a camera pretty quick. Some people say I'm brave to start a YouTube channel and talk about myself and about what I'm doing. I don't see it that way really. I just see it as like, why didn't I do it before? I've been a bit of a coward in the past by not doing it. It's something I wanted to do, and I found excuses and reasons not to do it. I'm just going to keep going with it and seeing where it takes me. This is a beautiful place, Recourses, really. It's like a awesome little village. If you fancy starting YouTube, do it. What's the biggest problem is just basically the fear factor. That was for me. I haven't got the right equipment. You don't need the right equipment, you need a phone. This is just a phone. It's an old iPhone 12. In fact, it is an old iPhone 12. It's battered and beat up. It's about 4 years old now, I think. Just holding it up, pointing at myself, pressing record and talking. That's all you need. Editing equipment or things like that, you don't need to understand editing. You can learn it as you go along. I mean, the first few videos I made were just one-shot videos, and then I only started putting clips together because of things like the power, not the power, there wasn't enough room on the to keep the film, upload the film onto the camera, so I had to go and delete some film. So then I had to put the 2 clips together, that sort of thing. I mean, I've got to get through this gate, and she's gonna try and drag me underneath it. Hold a second. Come on, good girl. I'm gonna go this way today. Yeah. So, equipment, camera, any camera, as long as it's a smartphone, or it's got a camera on it, and you can record on there. Honestly, anything's going to really work. And then you have to upload to YouTube. And if you do make cuts if you do make 2 videos, put them together, or 3 or 4. So I'm not big into editing myself, film. I like to just sort of do these long pieces. I think it keeps it real. I like to make mistakes and to put them, and so people can see what my personality is like and what I'm really like. I think people get to know me by all my stuttering and tripping over my words, all my ums and ahs. Hopefully that's all going to get better as I go along, but at the moment I'm happy to just have these mistakes in the open, see who I really am. And I don't have a lot of choices in that really. I mean, I could sit at my desk at home and make videos, but there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of noise. I've got 2 older children at home, one's left home, and I've got a dog. I'll bark at anything, but she usually wants some attention. It's going on in the middle of the video. You don't want a dog barking, it'd be stopping and starting all the time. Then you've got to think about the lighting at home as well. You need enough light. I think daylight, natural light outside, it's worked well for me so far, and I think it makes the video more interesting because I'm walking around places and people are asking questions about where I am. What's that building? What's that? Is that a beehive? Things like that, and it makes me think I should know this, but I don't. I mean, I like the historical side of stuff, but I'm not here to make a historical videos. That's sort of like, I will answer questions. I'm out in the countryside. I'm taking you with me, so you're asking questions. I'll try and answer them. It was never my intention to make videos about history or the country really, but I enjoy it. So I guess you've got any questions, you keep asking me, and I'll keep looking into it. I mean, right now, I think it's in video 3. I think it was 3 or 4. I went to Recourses Castle and walked around there, and this is, I guess, part of Recourses Castle. It's like the grounds around Recourses Castle. It's like if you can see the undulating like hills in the background, maybe you can't see it well on the camera, but I think these are the fences for the castle, I imagine. I don't know if it needed defences. Maybe it did. Maybe it was they were built that way. Not 100% sure. But I like it because there's not really many people here. It's quiet. We can have a walk around and a sniff and everything, and it's interesting. Yeah, it's peaceful. You can go here. You can walk. Let your mind wander. It's great. Getting back to what I was saying, because I'm rambling now. yeah, go for it. So as long as you've got a camera, you can take one shot, and I think you can take one shot and just sort of like put both those two videos together and upload them onto YouTube. What I did was I got a thing called CapCut, which I put in the comments notes in my last video, just to say I use this little app to make it work better, to sort of like cut it all together a little bit better. I managed to do the series links, but I haven't done that. What the page it was called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's the final, at the end of the video, when you point to up here, look at this video here for the next one, or there for the one before, or whatever. Haven't done that yet. That's going to be my next challenge, I suppose, to get that sorted. But I've only got, this is video number 6, isn't it? So 6 videos. Still learning how to do all that. Another thing I was going to talk about was somebody asked me in the comments asked me to talk about the jobs I've done before, and about how I got on with people and difficult people and things like that. Jobs I've done before. So I left the army, and basically the 1st of January 2024. So just over a year ago, really. And on leaving the army, I had this epiphany of right, I've been in the army for 27 years, and I thought it's been long enough, and I want to try doing something different. It's a long time. I did well. I had a good job. It was going well. I could have stayed longer, but I decided if I stayed longer, at what age was I ever going to leave the army? At what age was I going to try and find another job? So I thought, if I don't leave now, I'm never going to. I'm going to find it harder to find somewhere to live outside the army, because I lived in a quarter. You get comfortable. You're in a forced reality in a quarter. You think you're safe. You pay your rent each month, because it's not free. People think it's free sometimes. It's not free at all. You do pay rent to live in a quarter. It is subsidised, but it's not yours, and you're always paying rent, and it's never yours. That hasn't changed. I still pay rent to a place now. I didn't manage to get my own house, but that's another story for another day. So yeah, living in a quarter in the army, it can come with its own challenges, because it's not yours. If you make any damage to it, you're always worried. I was always worried that, when you do the handover, you're going to get charged and pay a lot of money. They want it back in pristine condition. They don't give you it in pristine condition. They give you it quite. There's a lot of problems with it. Unless you get all these problems written down, and you find all these problems in the first 2 weeks on your handover, and you log them, you end up paying for it when you leave. And when you and your family live in these quarters for so long, there's going to be wear and tear on the quarter, and you always feel like you've got to fight to justify yourself for any damage or anything the way you've lived in that quarter, But the best thing to do is to try and keep on top of it, which people do. Everyone tries. Everyone keeps on top of it. You keep your gardens tidy. You've got to live with people. It's a very mixed culture in the army, actually, because it's like people from all over the world in the British Army, and it's very diverse, and it's not a problem. Everyone gets along quite well with each other. In fact, it makes life interesting. I've got a lot of good friends from different countries who have joined the army. Yeah, a lot of good friends. Known them for a long time as well. And I'd be there for them, and they'd be there for me. I know they would. It's a good place. It's a good place. You made a lot of friends, and when you're younger, you join the army. I wasn't going to talk about the army actually, but when you're younger, you join the army. So I found out. I think, because I was a little bit older when I joined. When I first started joining, there's a lot of people younger than me when I joined. Even though I've been for that longer time, I was that bit older when I joined. I was 24. Just made it. I won't go into what I did and everything else then, regiments and things, but a lot of people are quite young, quite immature, and some stay for a few years and go. Others stay in, and they tend to sort of like do a lot of growing up when they first join, and they have to grow up quite quickly. They're mixing with people, and they've got to take on a lot more responsibility and learn new skills. Attitudes change, so it's a good place to learn and grow up. Even if you've not done so well at school, you've been a bit immature going into your teens or late teens, and you've gone into the army, it's just a good learning ground, and a good way to sort of have that camaraderie and make friends and challenge yourself. Of course it is. There's the other side to it as well, when going away and doing tours and ops and things like that, and you always hope there's going to be no problems there. But yeah, so I left the army beginning of last year. It's cold, my fingers are cold, sorry. Hold a second. Yeah, I left the army beginning of last year, and I sort of messed up my resettlement a little bit. Didn't use it wisely, and then decided I went to college and did this house renovation course at Salisbury College. Learned a little bit about brickwork. I'd done brickwork before I joined the army, so I was quite good at brickwork. I've done it a bit since, so I've always kept my hand in brickwork. Did a bit about plumbing, carpentry, tiling, decorating, health and safety. Got me a CSCS card out of it. It was great. One of the best courses I've ever done. It was right at the very end of the army. It wasn't even an army course really. It was run by a charity called Building Heroes. Yeah, so what happened, sorry, I had a little problem there with my camera again. I'm saying how easy it is and I keep having these difficulties. Never mind. So where was I? I did Building Heroes. I might put a little link in the description about Building Heroes, because anybody who's ex-army, they can get on the course. They run around the country, and they've just actually they're better now than they used to be. They're advanced. The people that are running it are excellent, and they want to help you. And I've also contacted them again, see if they've got any leads on any jobs. Not working for them, but just see if they can help me. Look, like, networking and that, I guess. Leaving there though, I went and did the veteran self-build, which was good. So I'll go for another gate. Veteran self-build, where you get trained. You get trained, and while you're getting trained, you work towards getting a place, getting your own property with a housing association. It's good. It's a good scheme, because it's so difficult to get property these days. They're so expensive. I'm leaving the army. There's not a lot of options, not a lot of choices, and they helped me. And again, I did a lot of work with the plumbers, electricians, ground workers, and then I got when I started doing landscaping, did a lot of work with landscaping, and that's where I did most of my experience came from there. Construction landscaping is a bit different to other types of landscaping. You're basically building gardens for people ready to move into new houses. So lawns, laying lawns, things like that. It's good. I enjoyed it. But that's where I eventually come a cropper, because I had a little argument with someone and decided I was getting taken advantage of. Wasn't going to do this anymore. Took more high ground and left thinking I could find a job quite easily. That hasn't happened. So my advice, kids, is don't quit your job. No matter how bad things are, think twice, think 3 times before you make any rash decisions like I did. It's just because you think you're in the right and you know best, don't make any decisions on with an angry head or anything like that. That said, yeah, I've been looking at jobs in construction, but I've got a lot of other experience in other areas as well. I mean, while I was working there, I got my telehandler ticket, which is like imagine a JCB, a big JCB sort of machine with forks on the front that extends right out about 17. Yeah, they're big machines. I also got my excavator ticket, which is another machine, 360 excavator up to 10 ton. I got that through working there. That was all this was paid for because I was working for them. I was actually building on a big estate, building houses, and it was interesting. Yeah, the money wasn't there, but the experience was. And from there, I got the job working in landscaping, so they did pay. But that was a minimum wage job. Well, it wasn't. It was slightly above minimum wage, and I was expected to become a team leader. That was the impression I was getting off the managers and that. Second dog, but I didn't want to hang around long enough, and it just wasn't for me. Not doing that, and not working with them, not some of them people. So I decided to leave and go on to other things. And now I guess I'm here, unemployed at the moment, but I'm getting there, and I'll keep applying for jobs, all sorts of things. I mean, I've got a lot of experience in a lot of areas, and I've got no doubt I'll get somewhere eventually. But I'll keep you informed of that. Look, it's getting really dark now, and I think my phone's about to die with power. So I'm going to say goodbye and thanks again for watching. I hope I'm keeping the content sort of interesting. Talking a little bit about what I've done in the past and how I found jobs and how I found jobs to be. I think I didn't really cover working with awkward people, difficult things like somebody asked me about that question, but I'll cover that again soon, I think, because it's a good one, and I do like the philosophy of the challenge, the psychology of working with people and how they think, what makes them tick. But thanks again for watching, and thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.